Hi everyone, Catherine here from Inky Finger Cat. I was at the Warrington Crop yesterday and bought some stuff, but also was very kindly gifted some stuff. So I thought I'd share with you what I bought, what I was gifted, etc, etc. I'm not coming on camera because I'm still in my PJs. I'm feeling a little bit rough. This cold is not shifting, but obviously I also spent the whole day yesterday yabbering, chatting with my friends, so you know, that's what happens. So first of all, I bought a page kit from Sarah. Yesterday was our charity crop and we raised over £1,100 in total, which is absolutely amazing. And the charity we're supporting is Mango Tree School. I think it's called Mango Tree School, and I think it's in Goa. I'm really sorry if I've got that completely wrong. I'll look it up and I'll put it on the screen if I've got it completely wrong. Anyway, so yeah, so there was a charity kit and it was a double page layout and it came with the kit and the instructions to make this page and this page. This one I shared on my blog yesterday and Instagram and everything. I slightly changed mine up. I've already packed them away because I'm literally in the middle of tidying up. So they'll be on my layout share later. When will they be in my layout share? It'll probably be January. The January layout share when I do the last quarter. So yeah, so they're already packed away, ready for filming for that. But yeah, I slightly amended that one, but pretty much kept it the same. And this one I did something totally rogue and totally different, so completely different page from how Sarah designed it. This is gorgeous and cute, it just didn't work with the photo I was working with. So that's the first things first. So left over from that, I have still got quite a lot of stash. You can see all these chipboard shapes and stuff. There's like, you can see how few have been used basically. So I've got a load of chipboard shapes left. I then went and bought, so I'm trying to be tidy as I go along. I then bought another page kit, and it's another one of the 2-page kits, and it was another Christmas one. Now, I don't take huge amounts of pictures at Christmas, but last year took quite a few, and I've not got around to doing them, so got that page there and that page there. So you can obviously have them as a double page in your scrapbook. I don't tend to do double pages, so they'll just be 2 pages that have got the same sets of papers, but they're not connected necessarily. So yeah, so there's that page kit that I haven't even opened because, to be honest, I bought it towards the end of the day. But I really liked the papers, and again, it comes with a massive sheet of chipboard stickers. So I'd imagine these are going to be great for next year's lots of Christmas cards as well. Once I've made the scrapbook, I imagine there'll be loads of bits left. Right, I also made another page whilst I was there using some old papers that I'd got and I'd taken with me. And so I needed an alpha for my title, and so I got this one, which is £3.99. I think it's a Hey Little Magpie one specifically, but I could be wrong. So I bought that. I also bought this Colour Swatch Ocean Rub-On Transfer set. So it comes with the 6 sheets of the transfers, and this is from 49 Market, and I just love the colour, and I thought, do you know what, I can imagine making some really pretty, not just layouts, but some cards, especially with all those butterflies. I thought a lovely butterfly themed card. Okay, let me get to the other bits that I bought, sorry. I bought this set of 49 Market, I do love 49 Market stuff, Willow mini laser cut elements, and there's 108 elements, 4 sheets, plus there's like a cut apart. I think the back of that sheet there is one that you can use, you just need to cut it apart. But yeah, I used a few of these bits on one of my pages, so you can see that one's gone. But yeah, so I used a few bits already. Again, I bought it to use with the kit, that first kit I showed you. I wanted to add a little bit of foliage in, and I thought this was actually a good one because it wasn't specifically Christmas or winter or summer or spring themed, so I could use it in multiple ways. So yeah, so there was that. Did I buy anything else? Yes, I did. I bought the stencil. Sorry, I've put all the things into one baggie. So I bought this stencil because on that first page kit, I've put it away and now I'm going to immediately grab it again. Oh, you really can't see very well on the photograph, but here there is like bits of stenciling. Now, Sarah very kindly was letting us borrow her stencil that she'd used for it, but I thought, no, I'm going to go and buy myself a new stencil because, you know, I need a new stash like a hole in the head. Sorry, my nose is now very, very runny, so I'm going to be sniffily. I'm sorry. But yeah, so I bought this one because I thought it was quite a good, useful one. And I thought, you know what, you could do a full sheet of a card front with like texture paste or something through that. I thought that would work really well as the fact that you can use it in patches, which is what I did on my scrapbook page. Right, then the other thing I bought is, not actually taking them out properly. And I'm only going to unpack one right in a second because I need to sort out so much today. Oh, sorry about that. I bought a new scrapbook album. Now, these scrapbook albums are incredibly special. So, I didn't know about it, but a lovely, lovely person who comes to our Warrington Crap, lovely Julie, her husband is a bookbinder by trade, and he started off just making her scrapbook albums that suited her needs because she couldn't find one on the market that she wanted, and then has turned it into a little like business of making scrapbook albums for people who happen to know Julie or happen to know of Julie and Julie's husband, who's obviously incredibly talented, and I'm really sorry I can't actually remember his name off the top of my head, so let's just call him Julie's very talented husband. So I was in the market for getting some new scrapbook albums, and I can't find ones that I like online, and I posted in the Warrington Crop group going, does anybody have any recommendations? And everyone was like, Julie's husband, and I was like, what? I don't know how this has passed me by, because she's been bringing the scrapbooks to every crop that I've been to, probably, in order to deliver them. So absolutely glorious quality. I mean, they're just gorgeous. A huge choice of colours. I've gone for this kind of tealy green. It's quite a dark tealy green. I'm just trying to think, is there a Stampin' Up colour? Because people tend to understand what a Stampin' Up colour is. I actually can't remember what colour I ordered. You see, it's darker than Island Indigo, but it's along those sorts of lines. Is it a Tranquil Tide? No, Tranquil Tide's too green. So it's like a very dark Island Indigo. That's the best I can give you as a description. But there was a whole choice of colours, and I thought, well, if I went for, and I bought two identical, so I thought if every time I need to buy albums, I buy two, and I'll just buy them in the colourway, something in that colour scheme of the blue tealy colours, because eventually, because I've got quite a lot of teal in this room already, it is one of my favourite colours. I'm thinking eventually when I redecorate, it is going to be along those kind of like duck egg blue tealy colours. So I thought it won't matter if I don't get exactly the same, I'll go with something similar. But isn't it just glorious? So the thing that's special about them is they have very, very deep D-rings. So it's a much deeper album than any of the others that I've got. I mean, it's close to the old Stampin' Up ones that I've got that are the sort of like beigey linen colour. But a lot deeper than any of the other ones that I've got. Beautifully finished with the, you know what, I don't even know if you can see that. Beautifully finished with the silver kind of edging. And again, you can choose what edging you want. And then it's got the label on the corner, on the binding as well. So yeah, might not look like the most exciting thing in the world, but I am delighted. And I've got two of them. So what that means is, my overflowing scrapbook albums can be decluttered, and I think what I'm going to do is do a whole reorganising of the scrapbooks at some point, but that might be an over Christmas period kind of thing to do, certainly not a immediate thing to do. Right, I think obviously paid for them, fine. So I think what I've got left to show you now is all the goodies I got from Helen. So Helen my lovely friend Helen is Scrapping with Helen. Scrapping with Helen Ding. Something like that on YouTube. Again, I'll link her in the description box below. She has two hobbies, which most crafters do. One is crafting and the other one is buying craft supplies. She is an amazing scrapbooker and she does a lot of scrapbooking and has done for years and years and years. And in fact, we think it's 14 years we've known each other, might be 15 years. But our Facebook memories have just come up recently of when we went to Stampin' Up convention together, because that's how I knew her. She was a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I went to her classes. And so yeah, when the convention was in Manchester, we went, and yeah, those little memories of the two of us together have just come up on Facebook, which is really lovely. And I sat next to Helen yesterday, all day pretty much, with my other friend Karen on the other side, who again I have known for the same amount of time because we both started going to Helen's classes. So yeah, feeling a bit nostalgic. Anyway, Helen purchases a lot of stash and then sometimes doesn't get around to using it all. So whereas I also purchase a lot of stash, I think I'm a little bit better at not buying things that I then won't necessarily get full use out of. She had huge amounts of, I think they're called hip kit clubs. Yeah, hip kit clubs. That she had a subscription for, because actually getting good quality scrapbooking supplies was not always easy in the UK, although Hey Little Magpie is the place to go. It's not always been easy to get sort of different scrapbooking supplies. So she subscribed to this thing called Hip Kit Club for years and years and years. Then she gave up a subscription because she's just got so much of it. And then she put a load of old stuff together, and I think it just totally flew her and she couldn't use it because she just couldn't trawl through everything to find it. So she brought that to the crop yesterday. She managed to make a couple of pages from it, and then she went, well, the rest of it's going into the charity box, which is great and lovely. And I will, I mean, to be fair, I also donate into the charity box, so I don't think I've really stolen from the charity. But I was like, can I have a little mooch through first? She went, of course you can. You use it, it's fine, go for it. Oh my word, she was getting rid of so much stuff. There was still stuff I was like arguing with her, you can't get rid of that, that's ridiculous. However, these are the things that I purloined, stroke, was gifted. This is my beautiful Christmas present from the lovely Helen. So first of all, aren't they the cutest? Little wood veneers with some gold foiling on some of them. I mean, clearly she's used the word friends, and she's used 1, 2, 3, 5 leaves, I think I can see an imprint of. I wouldn't be getting rid of it, I'd be using it, but I do understand that this is just a small selection of what Helen had yesterday. There was like a massive stash went to the charity box. It wasn't like, I wasn't greedy. But yeah, she just has so much stuff. Look at that. I mean, aren't they the cutest things ever? Little puffy stickers, they're hearts, so they can be used on so many different things. And then some little gems. I did make her keep a whole load of other gems that I was like, you're not getting rid of them, that's just insane. Then this hasn't even been opened, I don't think. If it has, it's only had a tiny amount taken from it. And just that can be used on so many things. So this is American Crafts Pebbles. Little floral and fauna elements, just so cute. Right, and then I basically took almost an entire kit of Christmas stuff. So they were my non-Christmassy bits that I got off her. And then I didn't take much paper, but I did take that because that is just the most stunning thing ever. Isn't it so cute? And then that's a full sheet of paper. Again, look at that, it's so amazing. And then this is almost a complete piece of paper. I mean, it must join up somewhere. There we go. It's only had that little bit taken off it. And this is all from the same kit. This is from, I think it's called Let's Chill or something along those lines. Oh, Big Chill, I think it is. And then I will pass these back to her next time. Actually, I must put them back in the thing. But this, because I'll just pop them into one of my wallets, all of these little embellishment bits, and another one there, another pack that potentially has been opened at some point. She might have used a few bits out of it, but there's so much left. So I think I'm going to take out a little cellophane baggie and then have these bits all in one thing. Oops. I mean, can you imagine how many Christmas cards I'm going to make out of this? It's just amazing, just gorgeous, just love it. Okay, but it doesn't stop. So we've also got, ignore me, that's just some pieces of white cardstock. These really cute frames. Again, we weren't 100%, but we were almost convinced. In fact, no, I'm convinced this has come from this set. The colours are just such an amazing colour match otherwise. So some frames, and these are really kind of interesting. It's clearly a cardstock, but it's really like, it's not thick, but it's a really sturdy cardstock. I don't know how to describe it. So those frames, which are adorable. Full thing of stickers. And what Helen was saying as well is that she always uses the backing sheet. Well, she said she always uses them. There were so many of them that they were still in there, but she uses the backing sheets as pieces of paper as well. So gorgeous. Another, I don't quite know what that family meal times come from, but that's stuck on there from something else. Absolutely gorgeous puffy stickers. I mean, just adorable. I love that pastel rainbow. And then another full set of stickers. These are chipboard stickers, and again, they are chipboard stickers, but they're nowhere near as thick as those ones that were like in that kit that I used yesterday. So not as chunky, which means they're much better for a card. I don't mind the thick chunky stickers on scrapbook albums, but I think on the card they're sometimes just a little bit too bulky in a weird way. You know, I don't mind dimension, but they are just a little bit bulky in a weird way, whereas these are a little bit slimmer. So yeah, so that's all the stash that I both bought, was gifted, and enjoyed. So some of them have already been used, like some of those absolutely fab greenery bits. Obviously I used my stencil. So yeah, so that was me yesterday having a bit of a spending splurge. Now I also, because I'm slightly insane, I have also ordered something from Spellbinders. It's not arrived yet, it'll be arriving next week. But I did shop their sale and I bought 2 die sets and some flat sequins. So I was quite reserved, and to be honest, I got points to spend, so it came down even more. So I spent about £10, I think, in total. And I think that one of the die sets probably would have retailed at around about £25 originally. And for those that want to know what it is, it's called Snow-Capped Holidays. And it's like a bird house with 2 beautiful cardinal birds. They won't be cardinals when I finished with them, because we don't do cardinals in the UK. Well, we do, but they're just not actually, they don't live in the UK. So why would we use cardinals? But I think they'll make some really cute little bluebirds or whatever. So yeah, a few bits of foliage in there as well. I think that was it. Yeah, there's no sentiments. I've then also bought one that's something to do with hexagons, because I actually don't have any hexagon dies or punches, and I think that that would be quite handy to have. Again, they were in the sale. Excuse me. And then, as I say, just some like flat sequins in a champagne colour, because I thought they'd be useful to just have in the stash. And they were like £1 or something, £1.50 or something like that. So yeah, so that's coming. I won't do a stash reveal when that arrives, because I probably won't have time. Today, my plan is I need to put all of my stuff away from the crop yesterday, have a little tidy up, and then I have got only 3 cards left to make for Martin's 30-day Christmas card making challenge, and I want to try and get those done today, and then that's that challenge done for the year. I'm impressed I've managed to do as many as I have. Sorry, this has turned into a chatty video, even despite the fact that my voice is getting worse by the second. But yeah, I've really enjoyed the challenge. I can't believe I actually will have made all 30, because I am absolutely going to make all 30, even if I don't make all 3 today. I will do all 30. I've really enjoyed it, especially some of the like slightly more obscure titles where I was like, I don't have anything that works with that. I think I know what I'm doing for the final 3 cards, so I can safely say that hasn't happened this year. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, I want to make those 3. I also still have to do my Make It Masculine card for November. I have not done that yet. I think then that's November done, and I need to start planning what I've got coming up in December, because I know I've got at least a design team. That probably won't be a video, but I've got at least 1 design team for creative knockouts. I know I've got something coming from Kingston Crafts to do some design team work for, but that doesn't have to be submitted until the end of December. Well, beginning of January. So I don't need to be concerned about getting onto that immediately, but it does need to be done next month. And I've got quite a lot of days where I've not got anything scheduled yet for my blog, so I need to have a little bit of think. I might go back to my magazine challenge, you know, the Make It Cards magazine. No, not Making Cards magazine, the Crafter's Companion magazine that I've been doing over here as a challenge, to use it up. I might see if in December I can actually use it up and not carry that one into the new year, and maybe then start on the indigo blue one for the new year. We shall see. So a lot planned, a lot to do. Plus, you know, the whole thing of there is other things in this house to be done other than crafting. So I probably do need to do some cleaning. I'm halfway through decorating a bathroom that, well, not even a bathroom, the downstairs loo, I have absolutely no energy for. But, you know, I'd quite like to get that done, because next weekend is Christmas tree putting up time, so I won't have time to do it after that. So I really could do with getting that finished this weekend. So all that being said, this turned into a real chatterbox of a video. I'm going to log off now and say stop talking at a camera, Catherine. I hope you're having fun whatever you're doing this weekend. Please do subscribe if you want to see future videos, and say all of the 30-day Christmas challenge videos that have still got to come, most of which are videoed and ready. But there will also be future projects, future things that I'm doing. Just can't tell you what, 'cause don't know yet. Please do like and comment on this video if you're having one of these times of year where you just can't shift a cold, because that seems to be happening to everyone, and what your crafty plans are for today. I'd love to hear what other people are up to, because it might distract me from how much I've got to do. Until next time though, thank you so much for watching.